Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy. So, I was actually planning on starting the stream, originally I had kind of thought about starting the stream like 3.5 hours ago, but then a shit ton of stuff happened that I needed to take care of first. So, yeah, that's why we're only starting now, unfortunately. So, today we are gonna be doing essentially two things. We have role quest from Endwalker that I still need to do. I technically don't need to do them, but I want to do them. We're probably only gonna get through one of them today, just because they usually take like anywhere from like 3 to 4 hours. They are long, oftentimes, especially if you decide to basically go through all the dialogue that is in them and not skip it. So yeah, we might not be able to get done with both of them. I'm probably only gonna be able to do the one for the ranged DPS. So yeah. But before we get started on that, we have something else that I want to check out. This'll work. We had a live letter earlier today, specifically around 7:50, I think it was this morning. It basically started. It's apparently a somewhat short one. I'm also just gonna mute the game because we're gonna have the live letter audio. But yeah, we basically had this live letter this morning. Started apparently around like 7:50-ish. And yeah, it's apparently a shorter one. I think it was because it's probably during the Tokyo Game Show. But it's the first part of the 7.1 live letter. So yeah, I haven't really been spoiling anything so far. I know that in the FC Discord, someone wrote a very limited description of apparently what the MSQ is going to involve. Apparently something with maybe diving into, I think maybe Soralja's backstory. I'm not really sure on that one. Didn't fully understand. I don't really remember what it said actually, because it was like hours ago that I read it. And then someone posted just a picture of like from the new raid, but I didn't see it because they had censored it or marked it as a spoiler thingy, so I couldn't see it unless I clicked on it, which I didn't. So yeah, I have no idea what's actually what to expect, but I can see from just hovering here that we have like the trailer to begin with. The trailer for the patch. I have no idea if it's English or Japanese. We'll have to see. But yeah, what I'm hoping to see and what I'm gonna bet on we're gonna see is we're gonna see some running shots and fighting shots from probably a new dungeon. Definitely from the new Alliance raid. We're definitely gonna see some like an entire alliance just running in the new Alliance raid and then fighting like maybe 1 or 2 bosses during that trailer thingy. I'm hoping we get to see the Scions like maybe looking at or seemingly analyzing the relic / hourglass thingy that we got. If I were to say specific Scions, I would maybe say Graha and Yustola. I feel like those would be the most logical ones that would be researching that sort of stuff, because that's what they do. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really know what to expect. So yeah, let's just jump into the trailer. Okay, it's in Japanese. I have no idea if there's an English version. Okay, that's part of the just normal MSQ stuff. we've already seen. Kind of just refresher of what happened during the MSQ, looks like. This is all just stuff we've already seen in the MSQ. Didn't exactly expect to see all of this stuff during this. I was expecting this thing to actually be like what was coming next, not a full-on recap of everything we've already seen. I was honestly expecting that we would have seen that would have been like the proper trailer. Do they not have a proper trailer for this patch? And I'm gonna do the usual thing of just kind of skipping a bit because it's all gonna be in Japanese apparently. There's gonna be English text, so we're basically gonna jump to that stuff. I might later pull up a Reddit post that I saw someone had posted that basically has like the general overview of what's been announced, so I can get a bit more of the like stuff that they didn't fully like mention, or maybe some of the stuff that I didn't understand because it's in Japanese. So yeah, let's just scrub through this a little bit. Okay, so this is the poster, I'm guessing, for the patch. So we have, I think that's Bakul Jaja? That looks like the Cloud of Darkness in a way. That guy there, I'm pretty sure is from something related to the Alliance raid, and that is a mix of Gaia and Reen. So that is probably the ultimate stuff. Looks pretty cool. Then I'm guessing a War of Light. Crossroads. Okay, that's what the name of the next patch is. Okay, mid-November, so I still have some time to get through the series levels. I'm currently at level 15 in that, so I just need to make sure that I actually do the frontline roulettes. I could quickly check actually something. Give me a sec. We quickly use this calculator. I have the mom stones and let's see here. Currently level 15. I'm just curious about how many levels I would need, or how many I need to do still, and then 2100 XP. So I need to do anywhere from 21 to 26 more daily roulettes. Alright, that's fine. That's plenty of time. I still have like an entire month still, plus like maybe like a month and a half, so that's fine. Don't need to worry about that then. Okay, let's pull this back up again. Amazing requests. Yeah, to be expected. Okay. Cool. Yeah, or Kululja. That was his name is. Roja. Okay, Pelu Pelu Alliance Society quests. Nice.
ちょっとステージのようなまあうちのゲームレベリング楽ですからね。結構予想外だった。
Okay. Nito Q. Nito Weekwe. It's a custom delivery we're gonna get. Nice. So this role quests. Okay. I'm assuming that these role quests are probably gonna be the ones where, oh, you've done all 5 sets of role quests. You can now do an additional one.
7.0 で実装されたロール確かにさあもう一枚ございます。
There's the worm there.
はい皆さんあなたわちめきめき全く噛まなくなったね。
What you makey quest? I still haven't done any of that stuff. I still haven't touched that thing at all. That is honestly something I should probably do at some point. I'm guessing that is like a round of thing where, oh, you've done all 5 like sections of the what you makey. Here's a finish up quest thingy, probably, and inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures. Nice. Oh, someone puts out the bomb apparently there. Okay, let's see here. New Game Plus support for 7.0, main scenario quests, job quests, and role quests. Nice. Do support for non-main scenario quest dungeons to be implemented moving forward. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. Because that means that basically any like optional dungeons, you can just do those with the do support if you absolutely want to. Support for Halatali will be added in 7.1. Okay. So I guess they're slowly going to be adding that stuff. Oh shit, all of the novice updates. Training for specific battle mechanics will be added. Unlocked at level 49. Damn. This is good. Honestly, they should just do a complete like overhaul of the whole of the novice, because holy shit, that thing is useless. The only reason you would ever do it is just for the armor set and for the ring. That's the only reason. And the ring is only useful once, like, until you have every single job at like level 30. Past that, you're never going to use it again. I mean, technically you can, if you keep it on you can technically equip it if you go into, like, if you end up in a bit of content that's like level 30 or below, because then you technically get a bit more XP from completing it, but still. Okay, so basically you get to learn how certain mechanics work, I guess. That is actually not a bad thing. That is a good addition, I would say. Okay, they have a big thing here, so let's see. PvP update. Extensive updates to PvP actions, execution, and hit detection. Okay. Have been feeling like some of my skills sometimes don't feel like they hit at all. Like, I usually play Machinist. Sometimes I've used my, like, what's it called? Ultimate. Sometimes it feels like I am not hitting the enemy. And it's not because they have the shield up. I feel like I've sometimes used that attack. That attack deals like 50% of an enemy's health, generally. Like, maybe like 30%. I've sometimes used it and there's no change in the health. Like, maybe like a 5% health loss. And I'm just like, what happened? Yeah, PvP job action additions and adjustments. Okay. Arena improvements for the Red Sands and Cloud 9. Okay. Balance adjustments for Frontlines and Rival Wings. Oh. Additional one. PvP Series 1 or PvP Series 7 begins. Okay, yeah. Balance adjustments. One thing I really hope with this is fix Battle High. for front lines, because holy shit, that thing is still infuriating. Like, for those who don't know what battle high is, in front lines at least, whenever you kill an enemy or get an assist, you basically get points towards something called battle high. When you get enough points, you basically start getting into battle high 1 through 5, I think it is. The higher battle high you get, the better the bonuses you get from it is. It basically makes it so that you deal more damage and you heal for more. The problem with that is just that if you can get battle highs like level 4 or 5, which oftentimes you can see a team with like 10 people, I feel like, with that stuff, they will literally just bulldoze through your team. You cannot do anything because it's like, oh, you get them down to like 25% of their health, they can use one ability to heal themselves, and they will basically be up to like, they will basically heal like 50% of their health. You cannot do anything, and at the same time they're basically just being a hot knife through butter against your entire team because they're just gonna fucking destroy you. It is such an infuriating thing to me in that game, because it's basically that, hey, by playing well, you basically become a, like, just boulder rolling down a hill. The better you do, the better you're gonna do, because you're just gonna keep basically gaining momentum, which I feel like is a little bit bullshit. If like I can kind of see why you would do it, but at the same time it's like, okay, but if for some reason a team is not doing well, they're never gonna recover. Like if one team basically just gets battle high really early, they're gonna be unstoppable. You cannot do anything. And the problem is, in front lines, it's very hard to get very good teams sometimes. So I feel like it would be nice if they had maybe something where it's like, okay, let's help the people basically getting absolutely curb stomped a little bit, so that, I don't know, let's say something like if you die, like if your team is in last place and you die like, I don't know, let's say X amount of time, like 3 or 5 times, you basically get like a buff that lasts until maybe you die, or until probably until just you die or something like that, and where it like buffs you or something. I don't know, something that will at least just help a little bit with like catching up, because once a team starts having like a lot of battle highs, it is so hard to basically come back from that. It is so hard. Let's see. They're showing some more stuff there. Oh, a new dungeon. Okay, that looks like it's inside Heritage Found. Just based on that sky. Okay, they basically are trying to make some names that they can't pronounce themselves. Yue Ye Wata. Field station. Okay. Yeah, that definitely feels like the Alexandrian sort of environments. Oh, that looks like some sort of like research area. Kind of a creepy. Okay, Echoes of Vanadiel. New alliance raids. Ooh. Jeuno, the first walk, is apparently the first one. What? Oh. That is a bit of a difference going from this to this. It's like something in the void. Oh, what is this? Oh, Minstrel's Ballad, Fiend's Burden. Okay. So they're basically giving us the extreme trial of that.
どうでしょうね。どこに
Oh, a new environment stuff.
ちょっと一枚戻してもらえ。
Oh, changed over the new Unreal trial. Nice. Still haven't done any Unreal trials, honestly. New battle content. Ooh. Okay, I seem to remember hearing something about this, that they are gonna try and do like Savage Alliance Raid. Chaotic Alliance Raid. What is this? Chaotic Alliance Raid, the Cloud of Darkness, Chaotic. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this? What? Huh? Oh. What the fuck? Okay, that I'm curious about reading some Reddit posts about. And then we have Futures Rewritten, Ultimate, the new Ultimate raid. Okay, yeah, we're gonna fight against them. Okay, basically just the Savage raid bosses essentially, and then with extra stuff. Ooh, oh. Doman Mahjong update. Voice reactions and commentary from Silence will be added. Huh. What? Wait, what? Oh, that looks like some housing stuff. Housing update. Select interior designs from different residential areas regardless of location of your plot. Yes, nice. Nice, nice, nice. That means that I can basically decide to have, let's say, any interior that I want instead of only being limited currently to Uldars. That is nice. Oh, some more stuff here. Interior designs will be added. Ooh. Okay, so that looks like... So basically we have... Wait, hold on. Hold. Okay, so that's Ulda. I know that for a fact. That's still Ulda, but it's different. The fact that they're gonna allow us to remove the pillars. Yes! We can finally remove the fucking pillars. Thank you, Square. Oh my god. That is so nice. That is so fucking nice that we can finally get rid of the pillars along the walls. Fuck those things. They honestly make like design or like decorating a house such a pain. Because suddenly you have to like work around these things to get it to look somewhat nice. You might not be able to get like the full thing because like, oh, you have some fucking pillar thingy here. I can't do anything about that. I have stuff along the walls which always gets in the way. We can now get rid of that. Yes. Fuck, I'm happy about that. Okay. Soundtrack. We get to pre-order that, featuring 66 tracks from Dawn Trail. Apparently in November. And you'll get a 0 minion, it looks like. Primal's Concert. Oh, that's archive footage that you can see. Okay. Oh, there's more stuff. Keychains, mousepad, and other merchandise are available for pre-order on the Square Enix store. There is, I think that is a mousepad with all the different jobs. There is, I guess, keyrings with different job stones. It looks like a calendar. Final Fantasy TTRPG standard rulebook. Okay, that is coming out February 28th. Okay. Anything else that they are showing off? Nope. Alright, let me just quickly see if I can find that Reddit post. That basically just went over all of the additions. Alright, there it is. Okay. Summary of announced updates for 7.1 from today's live letter. Okay, so is there any of this stuff that hasn't been announced? Alright, so the alliance rate, or no, not the alliance rate, the ultimate rate will come a few weeks after the 7.1 launch. Okay. Also some speculation on this Reddit post is that it's either going to be on the 12th or the 19th that we're going to get the patch, which I guess makes sense. Because, yeah, 12 and 19 are Tuesdays. That makes the most sense, at least. Was there anything else here? Let's see. A more difficult form of 24-player content difficulty is approximately between extreme and savage. Okay. Okay, so basically the chaotic raids that they're doing is gonna be... Okay, I can see here, it appears to... They say here, it appears to involve a single boss battle, no trash mob, so it might be basically taking a alliance raid and turning it into a trial slash just normal raid, I guess, boss, but just with more mechanics from like that fight, I guess. And apparently they are gonna maybe make more of them, depending on player feedback. VP updates, all notice. Training for combat rotations may be added in future updates regarding the all novice stuff. Housing updates, what does it say here? It's like different interiors. New interiors designs will be added to use for the system in addition to the default interiors already seen in the game. And then in parentheses, the person who wrote this said you can get rid of the default columns if you want. Woohoo! House items that have already been placed in the estate will be stored while you change the interior design. Coming future patch, the ability to change the interior size of your estate will cost a lot of gil. Okay, that's nice for people basically with like a small house. They can basically just change that. I do wonder if that also will affect the amount of stuff you can place or not. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Yeah, honestly, whole of the novice update I'm kind of surprised by. Like that I'm happy about that they actually decide to change that thing, because that thing is so outdated. It is so outdated. Let me actually try and check something here. When was the whole of the novice added to the game? If it wants to load the wiki. Okay, that was added in Heavensward. Patch 3.2 is apparently when it was introduced. I guess maybe these things were all... Yeah, I guess it hasn't been updated since 3.2. That is so long. That is like almost 4 patches ago. Like, it has been basically 4 expansions since it basically got, or almost 4 expansions since it got introduced. It desperately needs an like update, to be honest, on like so many things. Because I feel like people that basically do Hold the Novice only do it for like the items you get, which is the gear and the ring. You can basically learn everything from Hold the Novice by just watching a YouTube video. That is like, it's going to give you so much better information that's also updated information. So yeah. But yeah, nice updates. I'm guessing they're going to wait with the actual trailer until the next live letter, which is probably going to be like in, I'm thinking like 2 to 4 weeks before the patch drops, I think. Feels like that's usually the case, at least. So yeah. Anyway. I don't want that turned off. Let's just lower the background music a little bit. So, time to actually do some questing. So, Domain Delegate. Seeds of Disquiet. Domain Delegate is seeking able-bodied adventures on behalf of Lofthien.
Do mine eyes deceive me? Lady Shauna. Oh, thank the kami. Lord Hine has requested assistance in the resolution of a most urgent matter, the hunt for a fell beast believed to be a blasphemy. Though we have made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear even our finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma.
I think I might have lowered the game audio a little bit too much on OBS. Just increased a little bit.
But as your talent for striking down foes at a distance is beyond compare, I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary.
It would be my pleasure. Well, if no other marksman is up for the task, it would be my pleasure.
Oh, Kami be praised. I shall inform Lady Yujiri that she may receive you at the Domain Enclave. Safe travels, Lady Shauna.
Okay, Domain Enclaves, that is there. I just noticed that part of the game is actually getting cut off. I think that's because I missed around a little bit. Some size, like the size of this thing the other day. Okay, so Beauty should be right over here.
It is good to see you, Shauna. When we received word that you of all people had answered our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yet here you are. Lord Hine will be pleased for this reunion. If you would wait here a moment.
Well, that the kami should guide your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timing. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side.
I mean, Ian, I've kind of been coming to this place like every week for the last, like, I don't know, 2.5 or 1.5, 2 years-ish. Just building up this area, just selling stuff. Also coming here to get to Gangas, but yeah,
Not long after receiving word of men transforming into hideous beasts in Thavnair, a similar creature was born of a woman in Isari. After attacking another villager, it took to the skies and fled, though to where we know not. An all too cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire. Just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is wont to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Thavnair, and their numbers increase by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety. Emotions which, of late, can be found in abundance. Slaying the beasts means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease. Lord Hein. You have to help. The villagers, they.
Sir, please, calm yourself, and tell us what happened.
Another has been turned in Namai, my lord. For a blessing, no one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage, but, the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next. It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not. We will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can. I promise you. I trust you are ready to join the fray?
Yep.
It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you.
Are they going to take us there? Ah, yep, nice. Let's just dismiss Square. Not gonna be needing you
The
that
beast
much.
was right here, I swear it. I thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please, return to your village.
Oh hey, this is where we are. Okay,
We
now I
should split up if
remember.
we're to have any chance of finding it. Shauna, would you see to the west? I will search in the north. Yujiri, I leave the east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. Now, let us not waste any more time.
Okay. Oh, there's something.
Are you all right? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could.
It would appear Shauna arrived not a moment too soon.
Why? Why did you kill my brother? Your brother? Young man, that creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had she not laid it to rest, it would have killed you, and countless others. But if your heart cries out for one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. No. No, you're wrong. You killed him. Murdered him. I hate you.
I mean, fair reaction. Especially for a kid. Hey, I seem to recognize that guy.
Ease? What are you doing here?
Oh, yeah, him.
Searching for Tanbo, though clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tanbo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you forgive him for his outburst. His brother was all he had left. Their father was conscripted by the Empire and was, regrettably, not among those returned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope they might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Isari, a shadow of her former self. Tsuyu may have had no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death, and of their father's absence. Deprived of hope and of hate all at once, they had nothing. My apologies for rambling. No, it was a rather enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who brought him comfort. I would hate me too. I swear I will set things right for Tanbo. For all the people of Doma. Please, return home, ease, and be safe. Let us return to the Doman Enclave. This ordeal has given me much to consider.
Alright, I'm guessing that's the end of the first quest. I think it's like 5 quests in each. I think it's like 5 quests in each of the role quests. Seem to at least remember it being that. At least we have an easy teleport, unlike some of the other ones, because holy shit.
I owe you a great debt for your timely assistance.
I remember the one for, I think it's melee DPS that are in Limsa. That one is such a pain in the ass, because you constantly have to just go back up to the aft castle every single time, and there's, it's really like, okay, time to load into Limsa. With my PC it takes a bit. Then I need to go up to the aft castle. That also takes a bit. And then I need to go to where Merlewood would be standing. And basically in every single city it was always a bit annoying to get anywhere. This one is at least somewhat easy because it's teleported and then it's right next to it.
And an apology, for I've made you an executioner in young Tanbo's eyes. Would that I had been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had become. But we haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action, and after hearing of Tanbo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters were returned to us in the prisoner exchange. But even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yatsuyu, who was directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them and their grief. But what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that, who are left alone with their anger and their pain?
It may well give way to despair, and then
They would share the same fate as Tanbo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish, ere we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin making rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbors believe are more distressed of late.
very good. I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy which set these events in motion.
And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured we will keep you apprised of our findings.
You do get some XP. I guess I should do these quests from the caster ones at least on a job that can get XP, because yeah, I can't really do that in this case for physical ranged. Kami answer, Lord Hien. Extended absence from the Enclave does not sit well with Yukiri.
Ah, Shauna. We have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Isari, but, for a blessing, we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Hein, for his part, has made a concerted effort to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination, Isari. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. I am sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is actually the town that we met Yotsu in the first time. I wonder if that is gonna have like any sort of like relation to this. Because it wasn't Isari that we met Yotsuyu the first time.
Shauna. Yujiri. My apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Isari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you.
I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, Shauna. Let us see what we can discover.
Thank you. Both of you.
Okay, are we gonna see Yukiri in her disguise?
I owe a great debt to Lord Hein. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our lord failed to punish the viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not.
Kami-fearing villager?
A blasphemy? You are mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited not by a monster, but a kami, Izanami.
Tsunami. Okay.
Where Lord Hein is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love.
I do wonder if we can see Yukiri anywhere. I want to look around a little bit just to see if I can maybe spot her in disguise. Okay, you might also have noticed that I've turned on mount music. So anytime I basically mount up, I basically have music related to that mount playing. So that's an option. So right now it's playing triple triad music. gets... It basically gets more quiet if you're not moving. Then when you start moving, it basically gets louder.
That's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Isari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I am to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor mother-in-law mad. Kisei has ever been a devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she's somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Heresy is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's her.
The situation here in Isari is complicated, to say the least.
I see. Little wonder they would refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma, and ushers souls of the departed unto the land of the dead. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this.
The villagers also claim this Kisei can speak with the dead. In fact, she will be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long.
The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not for me, of course, my presence would draw undue attention. Might I ask you both to attend in my stead?
Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come.
Okay, cutscene. Looks like it might be a slightly more animated cutscene. Probably not voice acted, guessing.
O spirits of Isari, I beseech you. Lend me your voice and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more.
Akitsu. Father? Still tending the nets, like I taught you? Why yes, Father. Every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I am proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. Ugh, arg. It hurts. Father, what's wrong?
He is in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it.
What must we do to ease their pain?
Fear not. Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them unto the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit, and all the others, will find peace.
Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him?
Kisei, Kisei. Can you commune with my husband?
What about my family? Help me, Kisei, please.
I wonder if she is like knowingly deceiving them, or if she actually has like, some sort of ability. Because I wouldn't be surprised if she has like the actual ability to talk with the dead. But it could also be that she just thinks she can. I'm not sure.
So, is Kisei's ability all that she claims? A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her? I find that rather hard to believe.
Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord.
And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all their anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tanbo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kisei and her ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claiming innocent lives to restore order. She comes. Isn't I?
Oh, do we get to see
The
the
blasphemy?
blasphemy?
Here.
So I'm guessing they basically believe that the blasphemy will come and kill people that are supposed to die, which will appease the dead.
Lord Hein. The kami, she appeared as if from nowhere, and in the next instant this poor man was.
So we were too late.
Spoke with him before and he's sorry. Wasn't he one of the villagers returned in the prison exchange? It is that guy.
You recognize him, then? Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder? It does not become my lord to speak ill of the kami.
I understand you are come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it. But you are sorely mistaken. My daughter-in-law, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes.
To the echo. Guess we maybe see the transformation.
Minato, please. I can't, I won't. There's no logic in it, no justice. The Witch of Doma spared, given a second chance, and my husband, condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hein can't give me even that. And when I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, the gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the kami, in Izanami. I want to believe, but...
Okay, she turned into one of those.
Izanami is come to bring peace to the souls of the departed. To restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the kami?
This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of 2 innocents but recently returned to us. I cannot, I will not, accept that the kami would condone such cruelty.
No crueler than the sight of Yatsuya free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars. Now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hein, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Only the kami are deserving of our adoration. As they have always been.
The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much, at least. You seemed distracted during our conversation with Kisei. Is something the matter? The echo. And the blasphemy was indeed born of Minato. To bear witness to such horror. How her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I know now what must be done. I but pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave.
I will say, I still kind of... I still feel like these quests would be better set up if they didn't make you go back to like one location every single time. And instead it was like, okay, you finished up here, you can just keep going with the quests. Or if they took you back to the location where you had to finish the quest. That would also be nice. I can see that it would be a little bit difficult to do the whole like, hey, you just continue from where you left, or from where the final location was, like back there. But it's like every level, so not really possible in the like really possible, but eh.
From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. 'Tis plain she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yatsuya to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. A path to despair paved by my good intentions. A truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience unto my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who were returned to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy.
No longer there is work to be done, yet Yukiri appears reluctant to take action.
Ah, Shauna. If you are come to ask after the blasphemy, I have naught to share. As of yet, our shinobi have seen no sign of the beast. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Hein has seen them safely to the Kienkan. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villagers turning. And yet, before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there is a matter I feel warrants further investigation, Kisei. Though a villager of Isari, I suspect she may, in fact, hail from my home, Sui no Sato. Knowing they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Kojin to contact Sui no Sato in my stead. To hear tell of it, Princess Kurane has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. At mention of Kisei, however, their cordial warmth turns strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Sui no Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Were I to disguise myself, I might well go unnoticed in your company. Thank you. Let us make for Onokoro, then.
Okay. Are we gonna be taking a boat closer to it, or what? Or do we just swim there directly?
The garments I wore when we first met. Sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. How many years has it been since last I saw home? I am a shinobi of Doma, but even as a child, I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Sui no Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children I often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash, imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves.
Oh.
It was there I first met a young boy named Shun, a sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon. Training to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined him in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I love grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully, the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed. And I found it as a shinobi. But the people feared war and conflict would follow on my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret mine own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again. Openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess, however, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for their sake, I would remain naught but a faceless shinobi at your employ. Thank you. With that in mind, let us make for Sui no Sato.
She's gonna take up the whole hood mask thing that she had in around the Born. She did use to basically cover up fully, which I... Yep. She is. This is what she used to look like. That was permanently due to the fact that they didn't have a... what is it called? An aura model back in the day when she originally appeared, so she was actually a Kote. Because they didn't have any other models that would actually work. And I think they just made sure she didn't have a tail. I don't really remember. Or I don't really know, but yeah.
All these years, yet naught appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do.
I do kind of wish we could get some more like hoods that go up over the head. Sort of like armor. That is the thing I really wish we had more of. That also kind of like worked with the chest pieces, because I don't feel like we have a lot of those.
Kisei's departure from Suinosato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave.
Yujiri is now accompanying you. If you wish.
Yeah, she is following. Any of them have like special dialogue stuff?
Is there anything I might help you with, madam?
No dialogues. Occasions.
Kisei. The name sounds familiar, and yet. Apologies, friend. My memory is not what it once was.
Let us seek out another.
Is she a full elder?
My, it has been quite some time since last I heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her after all these years, I wonder? Please, is there anything else you can tell us? Unagi was quite close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out. Mother. I had hoped to avoid my parents, but if there is no other way. Shauna, might I ask you to take the lead?
Okay. Speak with Unagi. I think that is...
I say, are you not the adventurer who aided Yujiri in Doma's liberation?
'Tis good to see you again. To what do we owe the honor of your visit?
It's gonna get revealed that that is Yugiri. Perhaps disguise.
Kisei. Yes, we were close. But that was a long, long time ago. Still, if I can be of assistance to the woman to whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Kisei was born to a family of priests, and even at an early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. No one believed her, at first. But she continued to insist she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years. Knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shisui of the Violet Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kisei said to her in the palace. Only that the princess was incandescent with rage, and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kisei revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful. But who is to say the dead would know the truth, or not seek to deceive? Thus could we never be certain if it was simply a fantasy or a power divine. The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kisei since her banishment. Forgive me, but, have we met your companion before? She looks familiar.
I believe this is the first time our humble shinobi has visited Suinosato. I imagine she does, considering she is Hmm. Yeah, let's go with this one.
Ah, is that so? For the briefest of moments, you reminded me of someone quite dear to my heart. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yujiri Mistwalker. Should you chance to meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message? Tell her that her mother and father love her. That we could not be more proud of her. I will. I have no doubt she feels the same, and not a day goes by without you in her thoughts.
They know it's her.
Ahem. I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro?
Do wonder if we had selected the other option, if Yugiri would have interrupted us.
My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace. As a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance. Mayhap there will come a day when Sui no Sato opens to the world. A day when Yujiri Mistwalker can be reunited with her mother and father. Would that Lord Hein could be afforded the same opportunity. But Lord Kyan and Lady Mina have long since passed. Two of too many lives lost in the imperial occupation. I cannot imagine he would ever succumb to despair, but make no mistake, Lord Hein knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times. But perhaps I have said too much. Come. We mustn't keep him waiting.
I'm guessing, yeah. The map is still fucking useless when, or clicking on this stuff is still absolutely useless because it doesn't open the right map. And it's still a thing I feel like they should fix. It's just like if you click on a thing that should open up a map like this, it should open up this map and not a useless map that shows nothing. It's like, okay, that doesn't actually show the right thing now, but when it shows this, you can't use this for anything. Like you can click on that, sure it opens up this then, but just open up this map instead.
Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightening one. So she does, in fact, hail from Sui no Sato. And you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood. Genuine or no, the people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. But the returnees are safe at the Kyenkan, its defenses bolstered. As for the blasphemy, I have spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts across the length and breadth of Doma to take up the search in earnest. Mark my words, we will find it.
The devoted daughter, it appears armed and ready to leave the enclave, which can only mean one thing.
You've arrived not a moment too soon. The blasphemy has been sighted on the coast. For mercy, there are no reported casualties as of yet.
Just the woman I was hoping to see. No sooner had we cast wide our net than a Confederate messenger was at our door. If you would join us, Rasho awaits our arrival at Onokoro.
Okay, on to Onokoro. Okay, I just quickly looked this up. It looks like the devoted daughter is number 4 of 6 quests. So we still have this one and then 2 more left to do. And honestly, it's been going a lot faster than I expected. Because it's only been like an hour and a half, and that is with all of the live letter stuff that we watched. So maybe I can do the other one as well. Who knows?
Well, now that the noble lord of Doma should come in person once again. Mayhap these blasphemies truly are a threat. Indeed they are. And I was told you and yours sighted our quarry quite recently. That we did. Near the islands of Shoal Rock. The beast appeared to be docile by all accounts, but appearances can be deceiving. If it is as you say, and this blasphemy has eyes only for former conscripts, then we have naught to fear. I trust those we accepted into our care are still in years at the Kienkan, enjoying the finest Doman hospitality. Anyway, I know not why it came to the Ruby Sea, nor why it remains idle, but if we act quickly, there is a chance we can take it unawares. I propose we divide our forces. If you're willing to go ashore, we'll take a ship and circle about the islands. The first to find it will have the honor of the kill. Ha, a simple enough plan. Shall we be off to Shoal Rock, then?
I do wonder when we end up fighting it, because usually there is like a instance thingy when we have to fight it, but I feel like that's usually like at the end of the entire quest line.
This is where the blasphemy was last sighted. If the fates are kind, this will all be over soon.
I wouldn't be surprised if we end up finding it and the priestess is near it. Some other people may be praying. Or maybe not.
Damn.
Such speed. I doubt even my falcons could keep pace with it.
Bah, don't tell me that's the blasphemy flying off into the distance. I hope the ill will it bore me in life might compel the beast to stay and fight. Perhaps less of Minato remains than I thought. Minato. That monstrosity was Minato? You knew her? Her family tried to flee to Hingashi during the occupation, but their ship was raided and sunk. When we happened upon the wreckage, she was huddled between her parents on a piece of flotsam, desperate to keep warm, but they had long since grown cold. We took her to Onokoro where we nursed her back to health. Couldn't imagine what horrors she must have witnessed. The mere sight of our weapons was enough to make her start screaming. She was clearly unfit for our trade, so we sought a village that might take her in. Isari was that village. Several months later, I chanced to meet her on this very beach. She was in the company of a young Ori fisherman, and I knew at once she had found more than a home there. I saw them here many times after that. She found something comforting about this place, I think.
According to reports from Radsat Han, the memories and desires of those who turn can influence their behavior as blasphemies.
Then perhaps Minato's memories are what compelled the beast to come here. That would also explain its timid nature. Minato was never one for violence, and the sight of you, blade drawn, no doubt stirred what little of the woman remains in the monster. If that is the case, an assault on the Kyenkan is unlikely, guarded as it is by our samurai. But how are we to fight an enemy so quick to flee at the first sign of danger? Robbed of her parents, her husband, and now her life. I would rather we didn't have to at all. But I understand full well the risk we take by doing nothing. If we catch sight of the blasphemy again, you will be the first to know. Perhaps next time we can put her soul to rest.
Okay, so we don't get to fight her now. I'm guessing that the next time we have to like deal with some other problem. Maybe like convince the people that, hey, yeah, she is not a kami. And then at the end we basically like fight her or something, like somehow prevent her from fleeing.
There is naught to do now but bide our time. Come, let us return to the Enclave.
I just remembered I actually haven't checked if I got anything from the Jumbo Cactpot yesterday. Oh, that looks like a slightly more animated cutscene.
Given what we have learned, it seems likely that the blasphemy will return to Shoal Rock. But that knowledge will avail us not if we cannot prevent it from escaping again.
Lord Hein. On behalf of the people of Isari, we are come with a request.
We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. What is it you would ask of me?
Those returned to us in the prisoner exchange have been granted shelter at the Kyenkan. That they yet live is an affront to the Kami's grand design, and the spirits of our loved ones suffer for it. Balance must needs be restored, and so I beseech you to render them unto the goddess Izanami.
Absolutely not. 'Tis not our place to pray for the death of others, nor draw steel to sate mere bloodlust. When I take a life, be it by command or my own hand, I do so not in service to vengeance, but to uphold my duty to Doma and her people.
How did your mercy for Yatsuyu serve your duty? How were your people made better by the sight of her walking free?
For her crimes and her cruelty, I cut her down the day we took Doma Castle. I sought to kill her, and by rights she should have died then and there. But the Kami willed otherwise, and returned her to us alive and bereft of her memories. With no recollection of her deeds, it would have been Tsuyu who faced punishment, not Yatsuyu. This was my judgment, and for it you were denied the justice you deserved. You have every right to resent me. But you come before me and ask that I sacrifice men and women whose only crime was to suffer, to be condemned to a life of servitude. If you truly believe your cause to be sacrosanct, believe yourselves fit to bear the burden and swing the sword, then step forward.
Sophistry and lies. They were meant to die. The spirits demand it.
Are these the words of the dead, or the living who yet mourn?
Oh. I think it is. It is. Yo.
Word of the Isari priestess and her gifts has spread far and wide, and I thought to see the truth of it myself. By coincidence, I crossed paths with a traveler hailing from the self-same village, who had a mind to return as well but, alas, could not. And so he bid me deliver a missive in his stead.
Setsu.
Judging by the striking resemblance, I take it you are the young fisher Akitsu. This is a letter from my father. He was severely wounded in battle, but expects to make a full recovery.
So her ability isn't like actually a thing.
He's alive. But that would mean
She is lying. She lies.
surely a woman of your talents can divine a plausible explanation for this turn of events.
You shall pay for this contumely. My daughter will make certain of that.
Well, there might be some truth to her ability we can't fully know, but she has definitely been lying in some way.
Apologies for the abrupt and otherwise unannounced arrival. As you can see, my Lord Hein, I am returned. Full glad am I for it. Thanks to your timely arrival, we have given the lie to Kisei's claims of preternatural powers.
I gather you are apprised of recent events?
It did not take long to learn the state of affairs here in Doma, and that my assistance may be required. I had heard tales of Kisei channeling the dead, including the father of one young fisherman. Imagine my surprise when I saw the spirit in the flesh. He was also on pilgrimage, paying respects to the departed, and we chanced to meet in a Liberation Front infirmary. Would that we were not brought back together under such circumstances, but I am glad to see you all hale and hearty.
Is he going to zoom out some character, or is he gonna... Yep.
Tanbo. Is something the matter? I wish to apologize, Lord Hein. It was wrong of me to say the things I said. I understand nothing can bring back my father. But I was so angry, Please, Tanbo, you needn't apologize. It's just... my brother was always so brave. But father's death was more than he could bear, and it turned him into that monster. If he wasn't brave enough, what chance do I have? We wanted to perform the rites for father. But the body was never returned to us, so... And not that I blame you for that, Lord Hein. I understand nothing could be done. That Akitsu's father survived is nothing short of a miracle, but I fear he is indeed the rare exception. I have offered prayers at more graves than I can count. It would be cruel to give others the false hope that their loved ones might return. And yet Kisei continues to do just that, offering comfort with her lies. A tempting but ephemeral balm for wounds that have yet to heal. Much like the anger some harbor for you, or resentment for the families restored while theirs remain broken. But for those like that poor boy whose hearts lack for hatred, who know only sadness and despair. They too may turn. Exposing the truth of Kisei's deception hasn't helped matters. If we are to prevent more suffering, we must pursue a lasting solution. I would be most grateful for your counsel, Gosetsu. There is much I could learn from your pilgrimage. If there is aught you require, but say the word and it shall be done. It is the least I can do for the part I played in Yatsuyu's tragedy. I failed her in the end, but I will not fail you, my lord. Thank you again for your aid, Shauna. The day's events have given me much to consider. When our next step is decided, you will be first to know.
Okay. Setsu is back. Singular gift. Coconut cod chowder. Thanks. Due to stern expression suggests she has no good news to share.
Regrettably, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy since our first encounter at Shoal Rock. As Tansui surmised, it seems to fear confrontation. We, for our part, have tried to make good use of this intervening calm. Even now, Lord Hein and Gosetsu discuss how we might prevent other villagers from turning. If you would wait here a moment, he would no doubt wish to hear your thoughts on the matter.
Are we going to go in? Nope, not inside.
Shauna, so glad you could come. As Yujiri no doubt explained, the blasphemy continues to elude us, and so we have turned our attention to other matters we can and should address. After long discussions and much deliberation, we believe we have found a means to allay the growing malaise of our people. If you would, Gosetsu. The idea came to us after considering young Tanbo's remarks about his father, whose body was never found and returned to Doma. Others no doubt share in his melancholy, unable to bury and mourn their loved ones as is their right. Put simply, they cannot make peace with their loss. Their anguish, if left to linger, may consume them as well. That we might provide the people of Doma with comfort and closure, we will hold a national funeral at the Swallow's Compass. Those who choose to attend will be asked to present personal effects of the deceased they wish to be enshrined there. Spirits reside in all things, be they living or inanimate, and though we may die, a part of us lives on in the items we cherished most in life. Therefore, in lieu of remains, these belongings will be afforded a place in the royal mausoleum, that the spirits of those lost to us may find their way home to Doma, and at last, know peace. The announcement has already been made, and a great many people are now engaged in the difficult task of deciding which keepsake will serve as their offering. 'Tis not a decision to be made lightly, but I suspect they will have made up their minds by the time we go to collect their chosen tokens. I also hope to learn more about the departed from those willing to speak with me, for my benefit and for theirs. To break free of their sorrow, they must seek joy in the memories and the love they shared with the departed. And I will help them find it. Might the liberator of Doma be willing to favor the people with her presence as well? I doubt not that they will appreciate the gesture. Good. Yujiri, I leave the people of Isari to you. Gosetsu, might I ask you to? Apologies, my lord, but there is a small, but most urgent, matter I must first tend to. Very well, I shall not pry. Now, Shauna, let us go and pay a visit to the good people of Namai.
I actually didn't realize that the Swallow's Compass was tied to like a mausoleum. 'Cause that is a dungeon that we have access to. Just into the Great Wall which cuts across the Okay, so when we basically went there, it was just that, okay, we need to go in there and get a thing for that's like related to geomancy. Okay. I guess maybe it wasn't mentioned that there was a mausoleum back then, because I do not remember it ever being mentioning. Maybe it was mentioned like as an offhand thing, but I don't really remember it clearly.
Right, then. Before we begin, I would remind you that you need only listen to the tales of their loved ones. As overseer of the ceremony, I see it as my duty to deliver their effects personally. Because of this, it is of the utmost importance that we keep clear of any beasts that might damage our cargo. It goes without saying how important it is that their offerings are delivered in pristine condition, and I will be no good to you in a fight while heavily encumbered. If stealth or flight are not options, I must ask that you fight for us both. But we needn't worry unless the occasion arises. For now, let us be off. Hein is now accompanied. You can leave Hein, if you wish.
Okay, speak with 3 villagers.
My husband, my dear sweet Maroya, never returned from Garlemald, but perhaps now his soul might know peace. Please, take this painting brush to the Swallow's compass.
I shall handle it with the utmost care. Might we trouble you to tell us more about your husband?
Maroya was a kind and gentle soul. There was nothing he loved more in the world than to create. That brush never left his side, not even when he tended the fields. Any spare moment was dedicated to his craft, and he produced the most wonderful vistas of Yangzia. It was his dream to take us to Kuganu where he would become a famous artist, until he was conscripted. In the early days, he would send drawings of the places they took him, though I know not how. But more time began to pass between each arrival, and then, they stopped coming altogether. I know not in what far-flung land he died, but I pray it was as beautiful as his works.
He sounds like quite a man, to hold fast to his art even when forced to endure such hardship. His soul will find peace, of that I have no doubt.
Okay. And it's the grieving elder. Guessing maybe a son?
I must thank you again, Lord Hein, for this honor. My son would have been overjoyed to know that his katana would be enshrined at the Swallow's compass.
Yep, it was a son.
Nay, the honor is mine. I'm sure your son was a fine warrior. And so was I, once upon a time. A samurai, as it happens, in service to your father when the Empire first invaded our lands. Though we were defeated, our spirits broken, my son Motosu was never one to lose hope. He was determined to follow in my footsteps. Gave his everything to honing his skill with the blade. When I watched him train, I felt the pride I thought I'd forsaken swell in my breast, and I knew he would restore our family to its former glory. Alas. He could have fled. Perhaps started life anew as a vagabond of some sort. But he bore the burden and fought for Garlemald, for fear of what the Imperials might do if he did not. 'Tis plain he was a loving son and a warrior true. I will care for his blade as if it were mine own, and see it given the honor and respect due a samurai of Doma.
And is the last one going to be a father? Tonbo. Yep, it's a father.
I realize it's quite large, but I wanted to offer this on behalf of my brother and our father, Suzashiro.
Okay, both of them.
If you are willing, I would very much like to hear more about them both. My father, he was a carpenter. He was a good man, if a bit stubborn. Always thinking about his work. The only time he ever seemed to enjoy himself was when he had a cup of sake in his hand. When my brother came of age, he took up the trade as well. It brought them closer. I'd see them laughing over drinks together, or listening in silence to the crickets singing under the moonlight. I wanted to join them one day. This was their favorite sake. I thought they might miss it. I am sure it will taste all the sweeter having come from you. I realize no one can ever replace your brother or father, but if you will allow, I would be honored to share drinks with you in their stead. When you are of age, of course. This should be everything. Would you join me for a short reprieve before our journey back?
Yep. Don't have much of a choice. Yeah, we all the way over here.
They put on brave faces, but the people of Namai are still racked with grief. It is the same at every village I have visited in recent days, but it is only now that I am struck by the contradictory nature of my goals. Having joined the Eastern Alliance, and taken steps to revitalize the Enclave, I believed Doma was at last on the path to peace and prosperity. I still do. Yet by focusing so keenly on the future, I have neglected the past that yet haunts my people. Even if they do not give in to despair, and become beasts that plague our lands like poor Tonbo's brother, how are we to truly move forward if we are constantly looking back?
You speak of their haunted pasts, Motian, but what of yours? Is there not someone for whom you yourself still grieve? Let's go with this one.
Me? All things considered, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the subject was broached. She cuts to the heart of the matter, and the young lord. For the best, I should think, for he cannot lead by example if he has not yet made peace with his own past.
Gosetsu, perhaps? Yep. Oh, he has a sword.
1,000 apologies, my lord. I was passing through, tending to the matters of which I spoke earlier, when I chanced to hear familiar voices in the distance.
Are you sure he stopped carrying his sword?
If I may be so bold, the people of Doma, one and all, understand the source of your pain. To lose your father in the turmoil of a failed rebellion, his staggering duty to the throne thrust upon you, how could you even begin to mourn, when first you had to lead? It would behoove you to take part in the funeral rites, my lord. Take this time to make peace with your past while it is still yours to spend. Though unlikely, if not impossible, were you to become a monster as well, Doma would surely be lost. I thank you for your counsel, Gosetsu. But if I may ask, why is it you keep your blade at the ready? I thought this personal matter of yours to be naught but a trifle, or am I mistaken? Well, I find the katana a superior tool for peeling persimmons. Speaking of which, I do believe my stomach begs for sustenance. If you will excuse me. Training, to help slay the blasphemy, no doubt. Fitting that he should offer me counsel, yet refuse to heed it in kind. He is not the warrior he once was, but he is wise, our obstinate friend. If I am to be perfectly honest, it frightens me to recall it. The moment it all came crashing down. We'd taken Doma Castle. Victory was ours. But then we looked out and saw the banners of the XIth Legion, marching towards us. The Crown Prince at the fore. No sooner had Gosetsu and I escaped than we received word that Xenos had slain my father. I remember how the fight went out of Gosetsu in an instant. How he wept for his lord, while I felt the weight of the profound duty bear down upon my shoulders. Crushing, suffocating. The heat of my own breath, the chill of my clammy palms. But duty demanded I master my emotions. When all those around me, Gosetsu included, were consumed by anger and a thirst for vengeance, I had to be in control. Under my orders we dispersed and fled to fight another day. To this day I have not stopped to reflect on my father's death. How could I, devoted as I am to finding Doma's way forward? But now I must. And so, having taken you into my confidence, would you see this through with me to journey's end?
Yeah.
The keepsake I would offer up for the funeral is hidden in a place not easily reached. We will have to fly there, I'm afraid, but worry not, my Yil will ferry us. Just a moment.
Yeah, I can fly there myself. I'm guessing they, Oh, mine is also here.
The place we seek is Plum Spring, in the mountains. Shall we?
Is there going to be some dialogue stuff, or is it just gonna be us flying? So for some reason I don't remember the Yols looking like this. Also, he and I've been up here several times. Guessing maybe it's in there? No, that's just an island.
My parents would bring me here for Hanamai as a child. Its beauty and serenity was such that I could forget the realities of the occupation. Indeed, some of my fondest memories of family are here, which is precisely why I chose this place to conceal the singular gift my father bequeathed to me as a child. Charming, is it not? The great Auspice Kishin Dashin, said to reside somewhere along the Dario chain. In those days, anyone and everyone knew the tales of his prowess. Reckless boy that I was, I once even tried to seek him out, hoping he might help us. I buried it here shortly after my coming-of-age ceremony. It seemed a fitting place to both part with my childhood, and offer a final goodbye to my mother. More a keepsake of mine than his, to be sure, but he was never a man of worldly possessions. Still, I suspect he would allow himself a rare smile if he were to see it again after all these years. And that is precisely how I wish to bid him farewell. With a smile. It should go without saying I would prefer it not become known that I kept this doll here. Wouldn't want the children to grow jealous now, would we? And with that, I believe it is time we return to the Enclave.
Sure. Yeah, I think I've spent some time up here fishing at least a few times. I think we've been taken back to the Enclave. Yep.
There are yet more villages to visit and offerings to collect, but preparations are proceeding apace. Soon the people will have one less cause to be tempted down the path of despair. Of course, there still remains the problem of the blasphemy. The former conscripts will remain at the Kienkan until it has been dealt with. We will slay the beast in due time, but before that, I would be honored if you were present for the funeral rites. Pray speak with Yujiri when next you visit the Enclave, and she will tell you more of the proceedings.
Okay, and this should be the last quest. Laid to rest. Yukini's somber expression suggests you have arrived right on time.
As ever, your timing is impeccable. We but moments ago completed preparations for the funeral. I will inform Lord Hein of your arrival.
You're here. Excellent. The blasphemy continues to shun our settlements, and I mean to make the most of the time its absence affords us. I assume you were planning to take part in the ceremony? Glad to hear it. Unfortunately, Gosetsu will not be joining us today.
Oh. Why?
He's injured himself, as I knew he would with his secret training, and now grumbles from the confines of his bed. But he will be fine in due course. We may worry over his convalescence after the funeral.
Of course he hurt himself. Wonder if the fight with the blasphemy is actually going to be what do you call it, in the Swallow's Compass? Just teleport to the one river. Because like there is a sort of big flat open area at the end of the Swallow's Compass. That could be an ideal place. There is also an inner area at the first boss. That could be a case where we could fight it.
The villagers should arrive ere long. Then we may begin.
Actually, all three bosses have kind of an area that could work for the fight. Yep, let's start the instance. Okay, it looks like we're gonna be at the first boss arena. I felt like also would fit probably the best.
Lord Hein. I apologize, my lord, for my past transgressions. I yearned to believe my daughter was a kami reborn, but you were right, she is a monster. Words can ill express my shame for advocating the conscripts be sacrificed to appease the dead. Nay, this ceremony shall serve far, far better. And so, as a humble citizen of Doma, I offer my deepest gratitude, and beg for your forgiveness. I would make an offering on behalf of my husband and son, as well as my dear, sweet Minato. I throw myself on your mercy, Lord Hein, allow them a place within the mausoleum, that their spirits may know peace.
There is no need to beg forgiveness, Kisei. Please, rise.
kinda had a feeling she was gonna try something.
She will come for you.
By the kami. She gave her life to draw out the blasphemy.
Blasphemy Izanami. Increase the audio a little bit. Okay. Okay, Stygian Whale, that's probably AoE. Yep. Sky Fire. Turn on that. It's so quick to remember where the hell that thing was.
For you, Father.
Maybe I should probably see a little bit. Stygian Wheel again.
Concentrate.
Left sweep. I feel like we could use a healer. I wonder if Kusetsu is maybe going to show up. Who knows, maybe he has some... he has some sort of like healing ability or something. I think we really stand a chance against this attack. Down for the count. Is Kusetsu going to show up? Yep. Oh. Does he know some kind of magic?
Apologies for the untimely arrival, my lord. Gosetsu. What is that staff? Pilgrim. pilgrimage proved a most enlightening experience, and is where I chanced to discover the benefits of ascetic training. I may no longer be fit to wield a blade, my lord, but Shugendo affords me another way to turn the tide of battle.
The healer?
Stubborn as ever. I shall have to thank you later. Let us put an end to this.
Okay.
For you, Father.
Nope, I went to the wrong place. Thought I had the AoE on me. Oops. Got distracted by a flyer, which made me almost miss that interrupt.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
Something overflowing.
Tis but a scratch.
Okay. That it? Sounds like it. Wonder if she is actually dead or not.
A deceiver to the bitter end. But she is still a daughter of Doma. She will have a proper burial, and her family's belongings enshrined with the others.
Sake, doll, brush, and katana.
I have gathered you here today not to speak of the future, but to reflect on the past. To pay respects to loved ones fallen on the field of battle. In honor of their sacrifices, these sons and daughters of Doma shall be given a place here, at the Swallow's Compass. Though they no longer walk with us in life, they walk with us in spirit. Pray never forget their bravery, that the memories of their legacy give you comfort and strength. Moroyamoto Kawa, the aspiring painter. He was a man who saw beauty in all things, and one day would have become a renowned artist in Kyogane. Moto Sujito, the warrior in training. He longed to become a samurai like his father, and bring honor to his family. Suzashiro Kodakumi, the carpenter. A man wholly dedicated to his craft, who hoped to one day pass on his talents to his two loving children. And lastly, Minato Shihagaki, and her mother-in-law Kisei. Theirs was once a happiness to be envied. Minato's parents were murdered by imperial soldiers, and after being rescued by the Confederacy, Minato was given into the care of the village of Isari. Though she arrived with a broken heart, it was soon mended by the man who would become her husband. The son of Kisei, who herself had been born to Isari on winds of tragedy. Kisei was a child of the deep, born in Sui no Sato. For her gifts she was exiled, but with her courage and tenacity found a new home on the shores of the Ruby Sea. She was a devoted wife and mother, and though not related by blood, she loved Minato as if she were their own. That is how she lived, how they all lived, and how they should be remembered. Let your heart swell not with sorrow, but with joy for their memory. Know that proof of their mark left on this world shall remain here, enshrined within the swallow's compass for all eternity. Let us still our voices, and in silence pray for their souls, that they may share in the peace we have found. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting battle with a blasphemy as a prelude to the ceremony. At least now we may breathe easy, if only for a short while. The villagers have all returned home, and I believe it is time we did the same.
Okay. I could head down and just take the boat, but that's gonna place me in an annoying spot, like all the way down there, so I'm just gonna teleport. Kissing towards Ian, and then head back to Ratsatan, probably.
We've held a national funeral and slain a blasphemy besides. A rather productive day, would you not agree? The former conscripts will be elated to finally return home. Speaking of returns, I think I speak for us all when I say your appearance at the Swallow's Compass came as something of a shock. What of your injuries from training? Quite painful for some time, I assure you. Despite my best efforts to reclaim my former skills, my back and my hips vigorously protested. I planned to sleep that I might be well rested for the morrow's hunt, but a voice called out to me. I was needed, and so I grabbed my cane and ran as quickly as my ailing body would allow.
The cane suits you, Gosetsu, but your mastery of healing magics was a sight to behold. Almost as surprising as your resurrection following the fall of Doma Castle.
I am still but a novice in dire need of training. 'Tis my hope that I will be able to refine my ascetic arts during my next pilgrimage. So you are leaving, then? Worry not, Lord Hein. Should you find yourself in dire straits once more, I shall fly to your side. Not as a samurai, perhaps, but I will nonetheless give our enemies cause to tremble. And with that, I take my leave. Though it may be years, if not decades, until we truly make peace with our past, we have turned a corner and begun to heal. We may look to the future unburdened by grief ignored and sadness denied. The path ahead is ever fraught with peril, but we shall walk it with eyes unclouded, and with pride. You have done so much for us, for Doma. I wish there was more I could do for you. If I may ask one last favor, before you leave, please inform our representative at Rad's Adhan that the blasphemy has been vanquished, and the people of Doma are safe. With any luck, our experiences here will prove useful to other nations that yet grapple with these beasts.
Okay. I think all of them have said that at the end of their quest. To Rasadhan. Yeah, just teleport. Actually, let me quickly check something. Do I? Nope, I do not have enough poetics for that.
Lady Shauna, you are returned. What word from Doma? The blasphemy is no more? That is most wonderful news. I must inform the other delegates at once. Thank you again for answering our summons. If another threat should rear its dastardly head, I pray we can count on your assistance again.
I just get all of those material. Nice.
You can now dye the job-specific gear.
Yep, can dye that stuff. Again, do I get a title from this? Nope. Let's see. It's currently almost 4 o'clock. Let's see, I've been streaming for like 2 hours and 20 minutes-ish. It is a bit annoying that I ended up starting a little late. Let's see, this one took around maybe like 2 hours to complete-ish. So I might be able to do this one in around the same amount of time, although I do feel like the other role quest took around like 4 hours for me to complete for some reason. Could just be me misremembering, but I could be wrong. I just don't know if I want to do this one right now. It's like I could do this role quest, like try and do this role quest series. Then I basically have like the last few quests after, which I'm actually curious how long are those. Ah yeah, the main role quests are a bit longer. That is 4 quests I would have to do. How long are each of those quests actually? That one seems relatively short. 6 steps. 6 steps as well. 3 steps. Okay, I'm kind of thinking this. Next time I get to basically play Final Fantasy on stream, I'm hoping that it can be a like at least 4-hour long stream that I can do, because then I'm thinking do the Ishgardian or the magic DPS role quest, and then the master role quest as they're called, because then hopefully I can do all of those at the same time. Which would honestly be kind of nice to just have done. Would also be getting the sum of our parts achievements. Better check which one is that. I think I should find this under job/role quests. Some of our parts. That is Blessed to Relieve. That's called. Okay. Still also need to do all of the Heaven, or not Heaven's Ward, Dawn Trail, like quests. There is, these are all of the, let's see, that is, yeah, this is all of the crafting and gathering ones, the ones from, what the fuck is that place called again? Wachumeki. That place. I think that's where all of these, of the countless catches, treasures, concoctions, crafts, and alloys are from. This one I'm pretty sure is blacksmith, armor, and goldsmith. This is most likely carpenter, leatherworker, and weaver. Concoctions, almost certainly alchemist and culinarian. This is just gatherers, miner and botanist, and this is fisher. I still need to get some more fishing stuff done though. Kind of curious what I could do then, because I feel like this is still a bit too early to end the stream, because I could at least do like an hour more streaming. I just don't know what to do exactly. I could try and complete my Wondrous Tales. There is another quest line that I think I haven't done yet. And that would be for Blue Mage. I don't think I've done the Heaven's. I believe I've done, in regards to Blue Mage's job quest, I've done the what's it called? Done the ones for Realm Born. I've done the ones for Heaven's Ward. I don't think I've done, at least on stream, the ones for Stormblood. I think I'm still missing, or haven't done the Stormblood and Shadowbringers quests on stream at least. I'm just unsure how long some of these are. Okay, looking at how long some of these quests are, they are maybe a little bit too long for right now. Yeah. I guess there is one quest that I could do. because I've already done all the other quests related to that thing. That would be the final ninja quest. Because I have done... That's the wrong thing. Total novice. Good thing with that. New Game Plus. DPS. Currently, I have completed every single job quest for all of the different jobs, except for their final quest. On stream, I have done all the rogue and ninja quests. I haven't done it for Lancer/Dragoon or basically any of the ones, with the only exception being Contra, which I've done all the Around the Born quests on stream. Everything else I have not done on stream. So what I'm thinking is I could quickly do the last ninja quest that I have. Let me just remove that so I can actually see my face. So that probably mean that I need to go to Wineport in order to get the quest, because I have been thinking that I want to do these quests at some point, because they do give titles, achievement points, all that stuff. I just haven't gotten around to doing them. I could honestly just also do all of them off stream, but yeah, just haven't done them. Let's see if I look here. Yep. Overdose, big idea. That should be the one.
Welcome back, Shauna.
Okay. Yeah, that is another thing that I kind of want to do at some point, is just going through all of the different jobs as job quests. Only problem is just that doing like one job, like entire job quest thingy, is gonna take a while. Because like, I'm pretty sure that just doing, let's say for tank, doing just these two is like one full stream, probably. And then maybe I could do like a set of these fully, like during a stream. So like, plus maybe this last one for like Gladiators. So that would be essentially 2 streams, depending on how long like the Heavensward and Stormblood parts are. Maybe it would have to be actually 3 streams. I don't know, but I think in general it would be like, for all of the Around Born jobs, around 2 to 3 streams, and then for the like Heavensward jobs would be just maybe 2 streams at most, 1 to 2 streams, and then yeah, Stormblood. Do I actually have a Stormblood job somewhere? Yeah, Stormblood would probably just be like 1 stream. And things like Reaper, Sage, Gunbreaker, and Dancer, I could probably do 2 of those in 1 stream, just because it's only like 1 job. And can't see them yet, but I think that would also be the case for the Dawn Trail jobs, once those basically get included, which they should in the next patch, I believe. Yeah, Blue Mage, I think I could maybe in 1 stream, like 1 4-hour stream, do both of these. It's just, I kind of would like to get through some of these, because some of these quest lines I would actually like to know the story, because most of these I've just been like, okay, I just blast through them. I haven't really paid attention to much of what happened, only just like, oh, I have this random fight suddenly. Don't really know why. So, yeah. I basically just did them only because of the most important reason, and that is to unlock the abilities. That was literally why I did them. What the fuck? But yeah, let's do Obero's big idea just so I can like fully check off the ninja quest line. Obero's big idea. Obero is wearing a shit or a shite-eating grin on his face for reasons you can only begin to imagine.
You thought you'd evaded me for good, did you? We'll see who has the last laugh. Ahahaha. Shauna? By the kami, don't sneak up on me like that. That is, of course I felt your presence. Yes, I was simply, deep in thought, that is all. But I dare say for good reason. For you see, I have finally tracked down that elusive bird, and am ready to seize him by the wings and take back what is mine. I speak, of course, of that blasted Karasu. Ever since he escaped with half of the Forbidden Scroll, I have not let up the search for a moment. Today, at long last, I have found him. Truly, this is reason to rejoice, would you not agree? And yet, the act of stealing the scroll back will not prove so simple. Which is why your arrival is truly a gift from the heavens. You will aid me in the task, will you not? It will be just like old times. Once again, I owe you my gratitude. Now, let us get down to brass tacks, as Jacko would say. My shinobi have ascertained that Karasu has once again returned to Eorzean shores to ply his trade, such as it is, in the shadows of the black markets. Furthermore, they say he has taken up residence in secret at a secluded grove in Lana Sea known as the Hermit's Hovel. You know the place, yes. Let us meet up there, and I will share with you the ingenious details of my plan. I will go ahead on my own, we do not want to attract attention, after all.
I'm actually going to just really quickly check something here. How long is this quest? 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. So shouldn't be overly long. Each of these quests are kind of just like a, I guess, round up or a finishing up, tying the loose ends for like the job quests, kind of.
I thank you for coming, Shauna. Now, without further ado, let me explain precisely how I intend to recover the scroll from Karasu's clutches. My colleagues and I have been observing the man closely for a fortnight or so. Though one would assume otherwise, he is actually a man of remarkably consistent routine. He carries the scroll in a case that never leaves his side. Save, that is, for when he goes for his daily bath, at precisely the same hour each day. I had a mind to lift the scroll from his possessions while he was otherwise occupied, much as we did with Sakuro that one time in Kyogane, but would you believe it? Almost as if by magic, no sooner has he entered the baths than he is out again, scroll at his side and fully dressed in that garish garb of his. This is where you come in. Worry not, this will not involve any high wire walking or elaborate disguises. I simply intend to invite the man to share a drink, and thereby delay his departure. In the meantime, you are to sneak into the bathhouse and steal away with the scroll. Ingeniously plotted, would you not say? I need only lull Karasu into a false sense of security with my impeccable acting skills, and the scroll is, so let us put the plan in action. Let us make for the hovel, separately, of course. Find yourself suitable cover, and wait for me to lure the crow away. We shall meet again here once you have safely recovered the scroll.
They skipped some of the dialogue, but I'm pretty sure that his impeccable acting skills, as he calls it, are not gonna be all that great. Let's see. Looks like some people are here. Why? What the fuck? Why are there so many people here? Looks like there's some RP happening. What the fuck? Like, I just arrived and like, wait, what? I thought like 2 people were doing RP there, but not that many.
Oh ho, but what's this? Our hero arrives for a relaxing soak in his favorite spring, only to be stared down by his self-styled rival and realm-renowned Ofabro the Dim. Have you not yet had your fill of being outwitted and embarrassed by your betters? Spare me the bombast and bluster, Karasuk. I stand before you today with an offer of peace. We are countrymen, and there was once a time when we called each other friend. Has our conflict not persisted long enough? So let us lay down our weapons for a day. Let us soak in these soothing waters, reminisce about times gone by, and see if we cannot put our petty differences behind us. Why, I've even brought a bottle of Hingan rice wine for the occasion. Astonishing. Incredible. Has the dim one lost his wits? Does he believe that a few flowery words are enough to pull the wool over the crow's keen eyes while he steals away with the scroll? The audience gasps at the sheer audacity. Believe me or do not, the choice is yours. But this I swear, I have no interest in seeing the two halves of that accursed scroll reunited. On the contrary, with one half safely sealed away in our village, and the other in the hands of the realm's most elusive ninja, the forbidden Mitra will never be wielded again, and I would not have it any other way. Furthermore, I have recently found enlightenment of a sort. At long last, I have realized that your skill with ninjutsu far exceeds my own. Even had I once desired to steal the scroll back from you, I am now painfully aware that doing so is entirely beyond my abilities. Oh ho. Well, color me surprised. The boy's actually grown half a brain since last we met. But aren't you being a bit naive, Aburo? After all, what's to stop me from simply returning to our village, effortlessly incapacitating our elders, and seizing the other half of the scroll for myself? I know you too well, Karasuk. It is not power that you crave, but freedom. You have worked too long, too hard to cast off the shackles of our village to risk losing it all over a single scroll. The audience gasps. Why, I do believe that's the single most intelligent utterance that's ever escaped the dim one's lips. Very well, then. I'm feeling generous today, so I do believe I'll entertain your offers. Though for your sake, I do hope that the rice wine you brought is a good vintage. I simply can't abide poor taste in beverages, you see.
Side here. Let's see.
You found a scroll. It's entitled Mastering Doman Mahjong, a primer for apprentices. This doesn't appear to be the item you were looking for.
Let's see. Study box.
You found a scroll. It's entitled Big Ears and Bushy Tails, on the breeding and rearing of rabbits. This doesn't appear to be the item you were looking for.
There's people already here. It is like a whole RP thing that's happening here, I think.
You found a scroll. It's entitled Aburo's Dullest and Most Dimwit Moments, as chronicled by Karasu Redbeak. This doesn't appear to be the item you were You found a scroll. It's entitled The Wandering Minstrel's Greatest Mysteries Revealed. This doesn't appear to be. The bookshelf appears to be quite sturdy. Perhaps you could use it as a foothold to reach the room above.
That thing, nice. Hold on, I gotta take a screenshot from my FC just being like, what? This is not something I expected to see.
You return, friend. And with the scroll safely in your grasp, no doubt. Let me examine it, that I might ascertain its authenticity. Yes, there can be no doubting it. This is indeed the forbidden Mitra I sought. After all these years, finally have I outwitted that accursed crow. And yet, we must be wary. No doubt, Karasua has already realized that something is amiss. Let us reconvene at the storehouse before he can pick up our trail.
Okay. Give me a second, I just gotta post that screenshot to my FC's Discord. Was it this one? Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so speaking with Obero at the storehouse. So now that I look at the chat log, most of the people that were actually writing stuff were not from Zodiac. So that is a bit curious why there were so many people from, at least other people talking that weren't from Zodiac.
Welcome back, Shauna. Do forgive me if I am a bit giddy. I still cannot quite believe that I outwitted Karasua for once. My plans have a habit of firing back, as they say. Why, you should have seen him. So convincing was my act, that by the time we were through he was stumbling and slurring his words so much that you'd think he'd downed a whole bathtub's worth of rice wine. Ah ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha. God's piss, lad, shut your gob. Every cove and mort for Malms can hear ye blabbin'. Ah, Captain Jacka. A pleasure as always. Do forgive me my outburst. I was merely celebrating with our mutual friend here my most remarkable triumph over the accursed Karasua. Ho there, Shauna. Always a pleasure to see a dimber-damber like yourself back in town. I trust your stabbers haven't dulled none since last we met? Anyway, between this reunion and Obero's hard-won victory, I reckon we've got cause to celebrate. What say we drag our do-beaters back to town and yaffle ourselves a bite at the Bismarck? A splendid idea, my friend. Why, I would enjoy nothing more than to share this joyous moment with my boon companions. To the Bismarck, then, and the first round is on me. That's the spirit. I'll send ahead for Underfoot and the Stray, the Moor, the Benar after all. Been too long since we had a right little rogue family reunion. An upstanding fellow as ever, that Captain Jacka. Ah, but it is somewhat bittersweet, is it not? Now that my long-standing pursuit of Karasu has come to a close, I find myself in search of a new mission, a new purpose in my life, such as it were. I have no intention of returning to the cramped confines of my village, and yet, I am uncertain where my abilities might best avail the people of this realm. Pray tell, what sort of adventures have you been occupying yourself with of late?
I traveled to the first. I did battle with a great hunter. I don't really know what that's supposed to be referring to necessarily. Maybe that's referring to why can't I remember his name now? Xenos. When I remember his name for some reason, but maybe that's what they're referring to. Travel to the first. Travel to a different reality.
What's this you say? There exist worlds out there other than our own? If you are having a jest at Obero's expense, old friend, let it be known I do not find it amusing. But no. I can tell that you say this in earnest. Consider me intrigued, though forgive me if I am not in a hurry to seek out a means to travel there. No, I will bide my time here in Eorzea, and carefully ponder my future. At any rate, we mustn't keep Jacka and the others waiting, yes. I will make for the Bismarck as soon as I have attended to my affairs here. Why don't you travel on ahead?
Okay. On to limbs up. Okay, and Culinarian's Guild.
And just like that, the scroll was mine again. And so I say, who is the dim one now, you damned crow? Ahahaha. Yevi told the tale thrice over already. Is the mutton here yet? I'm right banded, I say. And I will tell it over and again, my good captain. After all, it is no small feat to triumph over Karasug, quite possibly the most supremely skilled shinobi our village, nay, our world has ever known.
That's Karasu. It's not Opero. Those, like, the way he's standing. He's been tricked. Or Karasu is basically, like, probably bound Opero somewhere and is, like, disguising as him now.
Yeah, can say that again. Wait, yet already have.
Yep.
And my friends, be on your guard. That Obero is a fake.
I wasn't him from the very start.
Wait, what in the... There's two of them.
The Opero that we met up with was Karasu. Like back at the like place where Karasu was hiding.
What nonsense is this? The sheer gall of this man. Clearly, if anyone here is a fake, it is the madman standing in the middle of this fine establishment stripped down to nothing but his undergarments.
I don't know, Jacka. They both look right convincing to me.
The one in his undergarments, the fully dressed. Yeah, it's the one in his underclothes.
Jack's glazes say the same. Only the real Obero'd be daft enough to stumble into this place stripped down to his skivvies. Oh, fine then. I tire of this drab old disguise, anyhow. Karasuk, does your villainy know no bounds? Villainy. You wound me, Obero. Why, after I learned the art of illusion from that overstuffed lord what's his name, I simply thought I would put it to use and have a little fun. We did have fun, didn't we? I must say, Obero, your friends are far more entertaining than you are. I dare say you could learn a thing or two from them. But ah well, I suppose all good things must come to an end. Till we meet again, farewell. Off like a crow in the night. Don't be too hard on yourself, boy. He had us all rooked. Anyhow, now that all's bob, I reckon it's about time we took our do-beaters to the sisters. You come along too, Obero. I'll get ya something to cover yourself up a bit.
Oh, we're just getting things straight here. What is that outfit? What is this outfit? Where the heck, Jackie, where did you get this outfit from? So is this a... Oh yeah, that's a mentor that is just unlocked Rogue recently. Huh.
Captain Jacko was kind enough to lend me some garb from his personal wardrobe. They are rather, how might I describe it?
That's his personal wardrobe, what?
Sophisticated, stylish, dashing and delightful.
I feel like the colors clash a little bit, but
Did I tell yet or did I tell yet? Old Jack has got ya looking better than ever before. Every rum doxy in Limsa won't be able to take glazes off yet.
Nor can I, and not in a good way.
In any event, I owe you all, especially you, Shauna, an apology for this most unfortunate turn of events. I had thought my plan flawless, but unfortunately I had neglected to account for one thing, the possibility that Karasu's tolerance for Hingan rice wine might be considerably higher than my own. I cannot say for sure precisely what happened. All I know is that one moment we were engaged in a most delightful conversation, and the next I was lying on a cot in the hovel with nothing but my undergarments on me. Suspecting that something was amiss, I dashed back to the dock storehouse as quick as my legs could carry me, only to find neither you nor Karasu present, and my personal wardrobe completely empty, to boot. Ha! A dimber-damber as always, that one. Getting you some new duds was one thing, but cloyin' that scroll back from Karasu is goin' to be a whole nother matter. Damn it all. But mark my words, that scoundrel will not get away with his villainy this time. No, I must return to the storehouse at once and draw up a plan to retrieve what is rightfully mine. Ahahaha. For all the lad's whingin', damned if he didn't actually seem pleased with this turn of events. Well, Shauna. Reckon ye've got adventures ye'd best be gettin' back to, eh? Just promise me ye'll drop in on Obero and lend him your daddles from time to time. He's a good lad, but he's got a habit of trippin' over his own two do-beaters, if ye whittle me. Hat. Now ye've got me soundin' like the boy's father. Anyhow, don't be a stranger here at the sisters, either. Gods only know we can always use a dimber-damber like yourself.
Okay. Nice. So, what is the title I get from this? Shadow of the Other. Okay. Nice. Let's see, what else could I potentially do right now? Huh. New fissure. That's made an adventure plate. They are also a sprout, so that's fair. Let me try and think. What could I do? So I'm thinking like in around 30-ish minutes, around like 5 Danish time, I'm probably gonna end the stream because I don't really know what else I'm gonna what else to do really in stream. Plus, I do have some stuff that I need to take care of as well. So yeah. Let's see. What do I have that would take around 30-ish minutes to do? Preferably also something that would make sense to do, where it's not just me quickly doing like some random content. Any achievements that I could maybe do? Oh yeah, Margaret. Can get her 5th achievement at least. I forget how many. Let me actually quickly check something here. 30 divided by 6, that is 5 weeks. So yeah, if I were to do this, like do the custom deliveries for Margaret this week, then I'm just missing 5 more weeks of doing those deliveries in order to get the final achievement for that, which would also be kind of nice because that means that once the next custom delivery gets released, I just have to do hers like every single week, instead of having to do it the way that I had to before, where it was like, oh yeah, here's all of them. That took kind of a long time to do. Also need to do a lot more just collecting and gathering, or gathering and catching as they call it, because I've really been neglecting the gatherer collectibles compared to the crafting ones. So I am noticing this is 9,000 for the it's number 7. The achievement. The 7 version of this one is 12,000 instead. God, I also fear trying to get this achievement is gonna be such a pain in the ass, like affixing materia. Essentially, you can do this by just having like a simple piece of gear and just one piece of material. You just keep putting the material in and then removing it. The problem is just that's gonna take forever to do. Also, Ute, because that person is spamming shit. Basically, I'm of the opinion that if someone basically writes stuff in the shout chat, advertising for stuff, it should be one message. If it starts being two messages, your message is too fucking long. We don't care. I've just muted so many people because they're like advertising stuff that most people do not give a shit about. Let me see here. Oh yeah, Alo Island. I'm apparently missing like one location in that one. I could go and do an Alo Island run. I just don't remember. Do I get any XP? Looks like that is a no. I forget, what job do I usually do this on? I think it's usually Summoner I've gone with. Let me just quickly set my actions. And actually switch Rampart and Cure like this. Okay, now I just gotta figure out what path I need to go down in order to find the spot that I haven't discovered yet, because apparently I've missed something. Alright, let's see here. This one seems fully discovered. Same with that. It's this one. Okay, that's the Arboreal. Slumbering Canopy. I think that is the right pathway that I need to take, and then there's apparently something down here where I can go to the left. Seemingly before the fight with the fairy. So I'm pretty sure the right path is the one with the fairy. Gotta remember how to play Summoner fully, because it has been a while since I actually played Summoner. This is the thing that I kind of dislike with Baron Dungeons, the fact that you, first off, can't pull just multiple enemies at once, and also the fact that you need to like wait for the enemies to actually become aggressive. Use Phoenix for that little fight there. think it does anything, but sure, let's use up. I think that does remove some of the stuff that can happen during this fight. Made magic, I believe, is the one that spawns things. That is the wee ones. And I believe this is gonna be the one with donuts. Yep. Armaments. Right, so knockback. Right, knockback. I think that's a yep. Cone AoE. Step in front of that. Arcane Pursuits. Guessing I want that orb to go in that line. I think I might have let my heal and defense buff run off. That I can maybe get the parasol from this. Maybe some of the like, what do you call it? Armor piece, or not armor pieces, just general loot. It can be gotten from here. Alright.
I know all of.
Yeah, I think I can just accept the help, because it doesn't matter, we need to go down to the same location no matter what. This just drops me like right next to some enemies, more or less. Or yeah, it drops me down here. Just need to make sure that I check side path. Is there... It's impossible to basically avoid those, I guess. Okay, I think maybe one more fight. Yep. I just need to get in that area. Unless I was supposed to do something else, because I do know that there is one like path that I actually haven't gone yet. Or I have gone it, I just didn't do it wrong. It could maybe be where this, or where that location actually is. So, look here, it looks like it is spot that you can't get to from certain locations or from certain paths. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna get anything really out of finishing this thing up. Is I'm gonna have to do it again. Damn it. Alright. Might as well just beat her up though so I can get my poetics at the very least. Okay, just gonna wait for that. Alright, I need to look for... Okay, 5 and 6. Okay. 1 is safe. 5. Pinwheel, that stuff. Big cushion. Pretty sure I want to stand on this. So I'm going to be launched. It's gonna cushion the fall. Time for the darts. Okay, looks like it has on the hammer. Okay, drink reload. Four, five, save. I'm surprised that's the knockback, then and 6. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up how the hell to do the secret path thing, because I do not remember it. So I want to get quit of that achievement before we finish. Let's see here. FF, XIV collect. Let's see here. Records, survey records. Loalo Island. Okay, yeah, so let's see. Do I want to go as summoner again? Not really. Let's go as warrior. Just gotta change this up a little bit. Yep, Spirit Dart. So that is an AoE dot, basically. Then also the heal, yep. Okay, so I need to take the right path, decline her help, and get those statues and actually, like, do that thing correctly. And then when I get to the large path, I need to basically, I think, not mess with anything there. Just keep running and I'll end up at that location and not at the actual secret boss. Also, Matsuya, can you pick right path, please? Maybe I would get more rewards. Fuck you. basically whichever path you pick, or he picks, you will get more rewards from, or more treasure chests essentially. But yeah, he doesn't always pick the one that you want. I'm just gonna leave those statues, totems just falling over, because I think letting them stay falling over will basically just make it so that I have to deal with the, what would you call that? The don't look mechanic, like the petrification sight, the which I honestly feel like it's almost easier than the one with, like, when I put those up. Just gotta make sure that I keep this Spirit Dart deep, or dot up, as much as possible, because it is pretty cool, or pretty powerful. Okay, there's a cross. There's the statue mechanically. think the reason I just prefer that one is that I just need to like position myself correctly. That's all I need to do. And of course just make sure that I'm facing the right direction. Which I feel it like is a little bit easier than having to like position a like orb that's following me like in the right spot. Just die already. Here we go. Alright, now I just gotta decline the fairies request or offer. Let's do it there. Or it's this, and then just don't bother with the mimics, I guess. But yeah. Chests over here, which I'm just gonna ignore because they are all fake, all mimics. Alright, then I need to do the rights correctly for these. Alright, let's see, what was it again here? Before the turtles say the sentence that I'm copying. Walk around the circle anti-clockwise 2 times, then bow. Okay. Then anti-clockwise twice. Then I need to bow. Okay, then we have the sparrow. Let's see this. Then blow kiss, then walk around the circle clockwise, and then dance. Okay. Get the emotes out. Blow kiss. Walk clockwise. Once. Then dance. And in front of the whale. It's this one. Walk around the circle clockwise, then counterclockwise, then dance. Okay. Let me just quit the clockwise, then counterclockwise, then dance. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Okay, apparently someone from my FC actually, or rather a friend of the FC, replied to that picture that I sent. It's apparently people from something called the House Cat's Den stuff that are doing their Starfire Festival. I'm going to search for that. House Cat's Den. The hell is that? Okay, it looks like it's a venue in Final Fantasy. Huh. Didn't know about them. Interesting. Alright, let's see here. What was it this thing said then? Alright, so put the sack, pick up the sack out of the following fight. Place the statues in the following order: sparrow, whale, turtle. We don't want to do that, I believe. I'm just gonna want to get into the fight. And just completely ignore the statue thingies. In order to get sent to the place that I need to go to. Or at least I think that's the case here. I'll leave that guy for last. There's a little sack there. I'm just gonna ignore it. Should take me to the location. Yep. Now we're back here. And I guess we might as well just find status. Status? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Oh yeah, the hidden mine. Forgot about that. Do you remember that Cider Spider whenever he did all of the Alo other ones, every single time he ended up going this way, and he would basically always just end up getting hit by the mine every single time. Okay, on the save, so it's 4. Okay, 1 and 4. Okay, 3, 5. Loot box. I assume that I want to avoid that little guy. I actually kind of want to try maybe get it onto that spot, possibly. Oh, I actually got it, I think. Oh wait, we got sprint. Speed up, okay. So that's what it does. Alright, so 2 and 3 and 0 are safe. Okay, 2 vulnerability stacks there. Okay, try to reload again. Okay, 2 and 3 are safe. So able to move out of that fast enough. I should honestly have used arm's length for that one. I don't think I need to really pay attention to save. I can honestly also just go home game if I absolutely need to. And just more pot charts. Alright. We got the achievement. Nice. I'm just missing the ones for the another versions, which I don't know if I'm ever gonna actually do those. I probably will at some point, but I need like a team for those. Because you don't just do those, apparently. Let me see. Do I have... Should have some of these somewhere. Yeah, that's Numa. I need to clean out my inventory a little bit. Yeah. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for today, because, yeah, 3 hours and around 47 minutes. Not as long as I had planned on. Was kind of thinking that, oh, I can do like a 6-hour stream. I can maybe do all of the like remaining role quests for Endwalker and like look at the live letter. That was the plan, at least. And ooh, look at that, more people's spamming shit. Wait, hold on. That's a person over from, I'm pretty sure, Chaos. Why are you all the way over here? It's a person basically advertising for like a something called UFC Ultimate Feline Championship. What? Okay. Why are you over here advertising? I don't get some of these like venues sometimes where like they go like all over the place, just advertising. The same with the FCs that go around like to like the most random ass like zones where it's like, hey, join our FC with like a three macros essentially, like full of text where it's just like, no, don't spam this shit here. I am happy that they introduced the mute function so I can just be like, oh, you're spamming that stuff? Yeah, mute. Because, yeah, would be nice if they would actually fix the term filter a bit. So I could have better filtering, because, yeah, we can't do it for like two letter words for whatever reason, and it's case sensitive, which is absolutely just dumb. Like, why would you do that? It seems brain dead. Anyway, gonna mute that to an extent, and let's see if I can find someone to raid. Let's see, we got a couple of people streaming that I could raid. Not really sure who I want to raid though. See, I'm not really sure who from this I want to actually raid necessarily. Maybe you? Yeah, you know what? Let's go with you. I'm thinking that we will raid Nick Science Rat. Yeah. They're currently playing some what's it called again? Alice Madness Returns, which is a game that I remember from many years ago. It's like there was Alice Madness, which I had never heard of, and then suddenly Alice Madness Returns, where it was like, wait, what is this? I have never played the game, but like any of the games, but it kind of looks. I don't know what I would describe it as. Like, I don't know if beat 'em up would be like the right like term. It's like, it seems like you have few different types of weapons, but yeah, I don't really know how to exactly describe the type of game it is, because I don't really know what it actually would be called. But yeah, I think we'll just rate Nick, and yeah. As far as next stream goes, I don't really know when that's gonna be. I will probably try to see if I can get a stream in throughout the week, but I can't really promise anything than Sunday, probably also Friday, that I can stream there. Although granted, recently I haven't been able to do Friday streams that often, or as often as I hope, because I usually end up being way more tired than I actually expected. Because like this Friday, I was working from home. I could probably have like streamed, but for some reason I just ended up being really tired because I had so many like things going on while I was working, so it was kind of like, yeah, it ended up being a bit, I don't know, chaotic for me. Constantly had to like talk to people. There was like one client where they were like really waiting for me to finish up something, but because of how information was being sent to me, it was like a pain in the ass. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but yeah, hopefully that won't be the case on this Friday, and hopefully I can get in this like smaller stream like throughout the week. We'll have to see, but yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. We're just gonna raid Nick, and I'll stop what do you call it? Rambling, because yeah, I kind of want to go and possibly get some dinner, do some of the other stuff that I need to get done. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time and have fun over at next stream. So, yeah, until next time everyone, I'll see you.